Yes, sir. You know what time it is?
Oh, yes.
It's your boy Matt P.
And your boy Jeremy Chase.
And this is Parking Lot Parables.
Yeah, man, we here for another episode.
Episode 38?
We on 38, bruh. Like, we still consistent in this game.
Yeah. 2020 ain't stopped nothing.
Oh, yeah.
But we got somebody special we want to introduce y'all. This is a good friend of mine. Real leader material right here.
Yes, sir.
Future leader, current leader.
Yep.
Great man of God.
Definitely.
Vocals off the chart.
Oh, yeah.
A musician in the making. But I'm gonna let him introduce himself, bro. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro. Tell the people who you are.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Interest Miller. I'm just glad to be here. I'm a native here of Valdosta, Georgia, and I'm an aspiring musician, aspiring teacher, and I'm just here to hang out with my bros and talk about some hot topics that that need to be discussed.
Oh, yeah.
For sure, man. And we're gonna get into these topics too. It's been a interesting last couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, man. It's been crazy.
You know, we done went from WAP to
Ooh, don't get me started on WAP, boy.
Man.
grown black men shooting little white boys.
Even Ellen DeGeneres catching fire out here.
Yeah, man, it's been crazy these last couple of weeks.
I'm like, man.
But we're gonna get into everything. All right, so Entrez, you deal with the youth a lot.
Yeah.
You are you going back to school this semester?
Yeah, I am.
You gonna be on campus or you doing online?
No, my classes are strictly online.
Online.
Man, I feel you.
I don't blame you, bro. That's wise.
Anybody got time to be catching this corona, bro? They can miss me with that foolishness right there, boy.
I'm like, it's crazy, man, because I feel like corona ain't gonna stop nothing.
Yeah.
Shoot, STDs didn't stop nothing.
Ooh, you right.
Man.
You right.
We was talking about this last time that they're gonna be out there talking about. Did you see that what UGA put out talking about wrap up, put a mask on while you hunching?
Yeah. Man, didn't the article say that like they found traces of it in men's semen? Like
Really?
Something like that.
corona in it. Like
Man.
Yeah, man.
I know they already
You
on
drinking
the
wrong corona though.
the wrong corona. But I know they already on it though, cause like in Adel and Albany, they all and Valdosta, like they had a party here last night at Valdosta State, and like all these people like they already going 10 on the parties, man. They already going wild.
I saw something going on Friday night on the campus over there, where the little field is on campus. It's by the African American Studies building. Yeah, the lawn.
Yeah.
What was going on there? It was nighttime.
Nighttime, man.
They
probably
had
just
some
doing something.
type of opening.
I don't know. It sounded like they had some type of Black Power thing going on.
I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know
I
about
mean,
that.
I wouldn't put it past them. To be honest. But
Yeah, I wouldn't
this
either.
semester, it's gonna be interesting. It is gonna be interesting.
So, Trez, from your experience, like, how has this year been affecting the youth with everything that's been going on up until this point?
Man, we thought 2020 was gonna be like summer 16, man. We thought we gonna be able to go out, boy, do everything that we've been doing, make a remarkable year. But man, when Corona came, man, it just flipped everything upside down, and like it's really has stopped a lot of progress. Like, especially for a lot of teenagers who are graduating the class of 2020, whether you were in high school or whether you were in college or anything like that, man, that put a shutdown to everything. Like, teenagers weren't able to go to prom, they weren't able to have no grad bash or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. and like you can't do the normal things that a teenager would do, like go to the movies or go to the park or go to the skating rink, man. Like these people mad, like teenagers, bro. These people mad out here, bro. They are mad because bro, Corona just came in.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, bro. Corona came in and messed up everything, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I miss movie theater popcorn.
Yes, sir.
I don't miss this movie theater. But I miss going to the movies. I ain't think I would, but like, yeah, you just kind of miss going out, you know, whenever you want. Took advantage of it.
Yeah, man. It's a little
for
things you take for granted.
Yeah.
Just Walmart being open for 24 hours.
Right. I seen this post yesterday. No, yesterday or today. It sounded like they're talking about that a lot of Walmarts up north, they moving from 8:30 to 10 o'clock.
Oh wow.
I heard that, but it hasn't happened yet.
Man, I hope it ain't that Walmart we went to in Atlanta. The one that was real sketch.
Bro, if you ever in the west side of Metro Atlanta,
Oh my God.
there's a Walmart. Bro, when I tell you, I ain't never been to a Walmart that just made my survival instincts kick in, bro.
I'm telling you, like, fool.
Like, I just knew somebody was gonna get shot in there. Like, I was convinced.
You know it's bad when the cops looking scared.
Like, they got the cops at the door. He got a stool because he can't leave. He
Well,
gotta be there.
That's the west side of Atlanta for you.
And it was messy.
Oh yeah, it just felt dirty and just.
That joint was crazy, man. Like, it was super messy. There was like, it was like
It was like
freight. They had like freight in the aisles that they hadn't put up yet.
It was like a hole in a wall Walmart.
I was like, is this part of corporate?
Man, I don't know.
Man.
That might be the off-brand Walmart.
Just never
might
know.
be Walmart Wall. I was like, good gosh.
So, with everything that's been going on, like, how would you like? Have you talked to any youth about everything that's been going on? Like, you know, from the police killings to you know, the racial injustices going on and the tension that's just been building up this year.
Man, well, as far as like police brutality and everything that's going on, man, young people, they are mad because a lot of the people who've been killed are younger people. You know, of course there are people like Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor wasn't as young as, you know, the teenagers are today, but she was close to our generation. You know. And you know, when you talk to all these young people nowadays, a lot of them are scared for their life because you can go to going to a convenience store isn't even safe anymore, and even sleeping in your own bed isn't safe anymore. You know, that's a different kind of fear where you can't even go to sleep at night because you were scared that somebody's gonna, like a police officer could come in your room and kill you, and he can get off free. You know, because that's what they're doing right now. Like that's
exactly.
That's,
and this,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say,
okay.
And this is the picture that people are painting. It's like, okay, if you've made a mistake in life, and you happen to get killed by the police, that mistake makes it okay. It wasn't even a mistake you currently made, but it was from your past.
Yeah, like
it makes it okay for the police to kill you.
Yeah, and really, most of the time they don't even know that beforehand. So it's like you being the executioner before he has a trial. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, man, there's been so many killings over the years, but I think now that, you know, we slowed down, we can really pay attention to it. Like, we ain't got nothing else to do. So we are going to see, you know, the racial injustice and blow it up as big as we can, man. And people are mad.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I'm like, so people make mistakes, right? People can change. Yeah. We all agree with that. People can make mistakes and they can change.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so if they don't agree with the ticket they got, things escalate. Police feels threatened, uses deadly force.
Yeah.
Oh well, all of a sudden everything that he did in his past comes up, and now it's oh well, you know he did that in the third, so it's all right that he got killed.
Let me tell you what to do. What they try to do is trying to paint the picture of a criminal. They try to soften the blow of the police officer just to make it look justified. When in all reality is you just took a life that really, first of all, that you had no justification for even taking, that you had no authority to be even in the same atmosphere as that same person. But so now what you're gonna try to muddy the waters just to try to soften the blow of what's coming to you. See, that's crazy. And see, that's another thing. Not only are the younger generation feeling fear, but they're also angry, and it's not a good mix. And like it makes people paranoid. It makes people unable to listen. It makes them very uncooperative, and that's why we have a generation that is very uncooperative with anybody, because it's so much happening. It's so much being revealed to our young people that they don't have a sense of direction. It's so much coming at them one by one that they're getting dazed and confused and don't know how to really operate or handle a situation.
Right.
Oh yeah.
What would you say to if you had a young group of young people, and we was talking about this type of stuff, what would you say to them?
Man, what would I say is that you have to be slow to anger, because one thing about it is we cannot give them a reason to justify the things that they say about us. Because if we go out there and we riot in the streets and if we loot and do everything, we're just justifying what they say about us. If we actually give in to painting the picture, we might as well be stroking the brush ourselves, Cause like, I mean, I understand the pain, cause I'm a young black man too. That's my 3 strikes already. I'm young, I'm black, and I'm a man. So that's my 3 strikes already. Really, it's 5, because being black already got me my 3 strikes out already. So like, I mean, what else is there for me to do? I mean, I can't, cause if I go out in the street, they gonna say that I don't like America and that I should leave. Question: so if I don't like America, that mean I should leave, right? So what? Also, that's what you're saying is. What you're saying is that you support immigration. If I don't believe in my country's policies or their standards or anything like that, then I should leave and go to somebody else's country. And so that's the same thing with immigration. Like, they say they don't want immigration, but they tell us to do it every single day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of reverse psychology. Yeah. Hypocritical. But ignorant. But I mean, as far as the young people go, man, I would tell them to just hold up your head and just be cautious of your surroundings, because you never know who's watching you, and you never know, what situation can arise. And always, just have a sense of self-pride in yourself, but also don't go out being stupid either, because we have some people who intentionally provoke the police. Who like definitely. You get a traffic stop, and it's just a simple traffic stop. You might be going too fast, your tail light might be out, but you want to make all this huff and all this noise and try to tell the police officer, what you know about the law and everything like that. But that's the easy way to get locked up. Easy way to get a ticket, anything like that. Cause you so mad and you so angry at the police that you think that everything you should do, you should revolt against, and that you should fight back and everything like that. But when that's not even the way, if anything, that can end up getting you killed.
I'm telling you.
True. I done got out of most tickets. Like, I'll get the ticket that day. I'm nice, cool. Half the time they'll give you a warning if you just cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if they do give you a ticket, half the time then you can call it in and be like, if it's a headlight, I'm like, I was going to get my headlight fixed. I done got it fixed now. Is there any way I can get this ticket dismissed? Yeah. Half the time they'll dismiss it.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I've had that situation happen too. I was wrongfully speeding.
Yeah.
I think I was going 60 and 45 or something like that. And you just stopped me over, like, you in a rush? I was like, well, just trying to get home. And he was real cool. It's like, you haven't had these strikes before, so I'm gonna give you a warning. Like, you can't expect that from everyone. Like, everyone's not that way. Like Trey said, you can't give them a reason to act on it, because they will without thinking about it.
This is my philosophy. I'm gonna be as cordial and docile until it's time not to be.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man.
Straight up, like,
Yep.
I mean, yes sir, no sir. Just real cool stuff. Officer, whatever your name is, whatever the name may be,
Exactly.
just real cool, calm, and collected.
Mhm.
And most of the time, they'll say things like, where you on your way? They be asking like invading questions like, where you on your way to? I'll tell them. I ain't gonna deny it.
Exactly. When you're not doing the wrong thing,
Yeah,
you
I mean,
don't,
Yeah, shoot. Matter of fact, the day George Floyd's video got leaked, me and one of my bros, we was on our way to Florida to a music store, and we got pulled over by the police. Didn't have my headlights on. It was it was raining or it was sprinkling, and it was during the day, but I ain't have my headlights on. So he was like, "Cut your headlights on." He was like, "Where y'all heading to?" He was looking in the car. I was like, "Yeah, we some musicians. We just on our way to Florida." So I ended up giving him a business card.
Yeah.
I was like, "You need a band, man? We'll travel."
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I mean, most of them just looking for a little respect. I respect them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As long as they give me respect, it's,
Yeah.
Hey,
it's a
that's
two-way
what it
street.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause you be honest about it. There are bad cops, but every cop is
Oh,
not
yeah.
bad. But every cop is
Yeah.
not bad, and that's what you have to realize. But I
True.
know one thing though. My main advice, and like I cannot stress this enough. My main advice to young people, older people, anybody, white, black, anybody, you have to go vote. If you do not vote, nothing will change. If you do not vote,
Facts.
nothing else will matter. Like I was talking to a councilman today at the city hall, and he was telling me that he wants me to get 10 people who will be committed to getting 10 other people to vote, to go down to the polls and vote. Cause like, man, like we have a president who cannot handle the simplest task of even, doing a simple press conference, of handling, like we are in a global pandemic, but we are a ground zero for a part of that pandemic. We are in the racial ties have been stronger than they've ever been. And they say it's been strong during the Obama administration, but no, they are strong. These are the strongest now, where we could potentially be on a race war. Like it could take, it could take two or three more killings, and we in a race war. We really are.
Bro.
Be honest, like it's crazy, and we need a president who can bring the people together and not continue to divide them apart. Because like you can read CNN, ABC, NBC, they call him a known racist. They know that it's proven facts that Donald Trump is a racist. He's a bigot. He's a misogynist. It's just, but we can vote him out if we go to the polls and we do our thing and we do our part and we just vote. Cause your vote matters. It don't matter what anybody tells you. No matter what you read on the internet. No matter what people say. What other young people may say about it. Your vote counts.
Exactly. And another thing, don't be distracted by Kanye.
Please don't.
Like, to be honest, I know I feel he's had a lot of mental issues, and to throw that distraction out there,
Yes.
you will see some young people who are fans of him be like, well, if I can't vote for, I'm gonna go out there and vote, but I'm gonna do it for Kanye, trying to be funny and really need that vote to.
If you want to vote for Kanye, you need to vote to put him in a mental institution.
Bruh, like for real.
Get him some help.
Like, we already got someone who's mentally unstable in office. We really don't need.
We don't need no
another,
more.
man.
We don't need no more.
Yeah,
I got different opinions about Kanye, but all I'm gonna say for now is Jesus is King was trash.
That album was trash, but the Choir's album was actually good.
I didn't listen to the Choir's album. I mean,
You gotta listen to the
but-
Choir's album.
I'm like, bruh. I'm like, for somebody who has so much money and like so much talent, all the energy he's put in the previous albums. You had my man's Fred Hammond on the album. I just knew I was gonna love that song with Fred on it. That song was trash too.
It was just a simple, like, it wouldn't even, he sampled just the beginning. Like, and he put the sample at the beginning and nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh. But, you know, all right, so I want to get into something else. This is something else I've been noticing real strong. All right, so I've been seeing it between the ages of like 18 and 35. A lot of black people, our people, grown up in church, you know, raised to know God, but now they are, you know where I'm going with this?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so people are leaving the church. They leaving it for seasonings. They want to use seasonings as they're talking about sage and stuff like that. Like,
Man, them false idols. Like, to be honest.
like they want to align their chakras, whatever this is. You know, this is what I'm seeing. It's really strong between the ages of like 18 and 35, man. What are your thoughts on that? I know you've come across it.
Family Guy had an episode where Peter and God was in an elevator. And Peter asked God, he said, God, is heaven, he said, is heaven real? No, he said, God, does atheists go to heaven? He said, yes, they do. He said, God, what about people who say they're not religious but they're spiritual? He said, no, they go straight to hell, to the boiler room of hell. Sometimes he picks them back up just to drop them back and think they're getting out, but they're not. I thought that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. But it's like who? But an atheist will own up to the fact that they do not believe in God. They do not believe in anything, that you live, you die, that's it, you're dead. That's what atheists believe. People who say they are spiritual, who believe in sage, who believe in the universe. Yeah, the universe. Yeah, they believe in yoga. Yoga is not just a sport or exercise. It's a way of life. You know, it's balancing the chi and the chakra and all that kind of stuff. No, the Bible specifically speaks against that. These are false idols. These are not things of God. These are things that try to get our focus away from God. Just like when the people, they built a false idol out of gold. They built a golden ox. Yep. And Nebuchadnezzar told the people to worship that. But there were three, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who said they worship the one true God. They're not finna bow down to a false idol, because what can these things really do for you? What can the sage really do for you? What can all that other stuff that and it's crazy. It's the people who are raised in church who know what God can do. It's just that it takes sometimes for some people are so weak. And we can just be real. Some people are so weak. Some people are so, in denial of themselves that they'll let one bad thing happen to them for them to lose faith in God. They're looking for a way out. They're looking for a way out because they're so tired of the religion. But that's, what though? The reason that a lot of people leave though is because of the church. It's because it's if we can be honest, it's part of the church's fault. It's part of the church's fault. The church, I'm gonna tell you, the church has failed this generation. Generation Y, Z, millennials, and every.
We're gonna have to have a church hurt part 2.
But listen though, it started. Make that a whole sub-series. It started with the millennials and the baby boomers. Do you really see any baby boomers and millennials in church anymore?
Now between the ages of 13 and 35, that gap be huge, boy.
Yep, it's really big. The majority of people who are in church now are people who are, I would say, 40 or 45 and above. That's because they've been raised in it. That's all they've been. Yeah, or little kid, or the real little kids who are like their grandchildren who go with the people who are 45. But the people in between, no. You talk about church, no, they ain't doing that no more. But
Yo,
not
and if
saying
they do, they act super churchy.
Yeah,
Yep,
act like
yep.
it's a taboo thing. Like, we,
no. But but the thing about it is, we are so complacent. We don't want to change. My thing is, we don't serve a constant God. So why should we be constant? You know, why should everything we do be the same? Like, don't nobody want to go to church? Don't nobody want to go to church every Sunday nowadays and hear devotion? When's the last time you heard a devotion? Like, what? And don't get me wrong. Everybody has their culture. Every church is different. Every church does this or does this, but the booming churches, the real church that got the people that come into the churches today who are really doing real work, they are keeping up with the times. You know, because think about this: before Jesus died, Jesus was going out and ministering to himself. He was doing it himself, and going and sharing God's word with the people. But when he died and he ascended into heaven, he instructed his disciples. And Paul, especially Paul, he instructed him to build the church. He said, on this rock shall I build my church, you know? And so it changed. The way that the word is delivered was changed. First it was coming through Jesus, but now it's coming through a church through his disciples. You know? It's all about changing to the situation that you're in. You know, it's Corona. Corona is out now, so like, so many churches are having to do different things and do different ways about reaching their congregation. Like, I mean, but a lot of churches, a lot of old school churches, they're not having church no more. Because because they ain't have any members to begin with. Two, because they don't know. They feel as though that they don't have to, you know, keep up and do everything like that. And that's where the older generation has gotten so lazy and fat off the backs of the young people.
Yeah, man, stuck in their ways. Like, they
stuck in their ways.
Adapt.
No, and that's why so many young people do not want to go to church anymore, because you have shoved religion down their throat. You have shoved your way of thinking, your way of doing things, your way of praying, your way of singing, your way of preaching. You have shoved it down their throats, and so now they don't even want to. When you mention God, they don't want to think about it anymore. Why? Okay. Because you have done this to them.
It's real as real can be, man. Like, church, like, we really gotta get a grip on, you know, the older days. Like,
man, you can, bro, you can go on and on about church hurt. Church hurt is real. I don't care who you are. Church hurt is real, and the place that you should feel the place. I'm telling you, the place that you should feel the safest is where some of the people feel the weakest.
Yeah. True. That was,
man. But like I was saying, man, church hurt is real, and some people don't tend to understand that. Like the older generation will say that the young people, look what the young people doing out here, man. The young people doing this and doing that. But talk about us like we are just some unknown race, like we just some kind of something that just came out from the ground. No, you made us. You the one who created this, created what we are. So I mean, like, so why,
bro?
Why are you getting mad about the product that you created?
Exactly.
Facts.
And they talking about being in church for hours, waiting on the Lord. They over here talking, I'm waiting for my blessing. Man. I'm like, you still got good health. That is a blessing. You better go out there and get it. Faith without works is dead. You better get on them 2 feet that God gave you and get it.
Get at it.
Nah, I'm just sit here and wait for God to tell somebody to give me something.
Man,
that jump.
You ain't an ATM. Like,
I'm like, huh?
Genie mentality.
He has given us skills that we are supposed to cultivate. But what I've witnessed over the years growing up in church is older people just sitting there waiting, like they waiting at a wait, like that dude at the lake, waiting to be healed.
Yeah. Like he had plenty of opportunity to get healed himself.
Waiting for the angel to come and
Yep.
so he could get to the water to be healed by the angel that was touching the water.
Yeah.
I was like, no, man, faith. Where's your faith at?
Yeah.
Yep.
Telling you, man.
I was like, y'all have made this generation.
Yeah.
This generation ain't make itself.
Yeah.
At all.
That's evolution talking.
At all. See,
No,
and another
y'all lay down.
and another thing about church hurt is, and why they leave the church is because what you do at church, what you present the people at about your family at church is the opposite of what you be doing at home. Because you love for people to think that your family is all together when you come to church, but as soon as you get home, you like to delve in the same mess that you used to be talking about in church.
Yep.
And talk about something, I'm gonna give them to God. No, you need to beat their behind.
Now you be the first young person out here. Like most people, young people out here nowadays, they opposed to whipping a child. Me, I ain't opposed to it. I believe in constructive criticism. I believe
The
in
Bible
talking to 'em.
says, the Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child.
It said.
Yeah, it does.
And then you know it's like they'll use, well, Jesus said, let he who is without sin cast the first stone.
Yeah. I'm like, man.
You know, sometimes we can either discipline our people can either discipline their children, or they can let the world teach them.
Yep. Either way, they're gonna learn.
Or they gonna learn
They're gonna learn the right way or the wrong way.
because the world gonna teach you,
Yep.
and it's
I had
all bad.
Yep. I had a teacher. She said that she used to live in Compton. She used to live in Compton, and her son was out playing basketball, and he had hit this drug. I guess it was a drug dealer. He had hit his car. He hit the basketball and jumped off and hit the car. And he went up to the mom. He said, I'm telling you this because you live in the neighborhood, and I've been knowing you for years, and it's just a courtesy. He said, you better teach your son about us, or we gonna teach it for him, or the streets gonna teach it for him.
Man, that's real, man.
All over a car.
Yeah.
The ties that these people have to material things is crazy to me.
It is. Like, we value so much material things rather than love, like cherishing each other. You know, just getting along, man. Like, it's a whole new world and generation. Like, it's not based in love in any way. And that's why we gotta really, engage with each other. Start these conversations. Cause if not, like, everybody gonna keep doing it for themselves. Cause, like, especially in the black community, we got such a crowd mentality where everybody's trying to reach over everybody when we're not building each other up. Cause, man, I've learned that I can be built up by someone older than me, younger than me, same age as me, whoever, man. Cause you never know who has a word for you, who can, help you get to the next level you need to be at.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll also say, dang, I done lost my train of thought now.
But listen though, you're exactly right, because for a long time I felt as though that I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough to be around the musicians. I wasn't good enough to be around the other singers. I wasn't good enough to do what I'm doing today. Like, I'm like, man, when I tell you that I've been blessed so much more in these last couple months of the pandemic than I've been in the last couple years of my life, and it's just because of the season that God is bringing me to. It's mind blowing to me what the stage that I've gotten to my life, and it's not that I want to be up here by myself, because it's lonely at the top. It's lonely at the top.
Right.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to see the people who help bring you to the top. You want to see them win as well. You want to see them, like, I want you to eat at the same table that I'm eating at,
Exactly.
and it takes whatever it takes. I want to see you accomplish everything that you want to do. That's another thing that's that's crippling our generation, is that we don't want to see our peers and everybody else win. We feel as though if we're not winning, should nobody else, But there are some people out here who are, for everybody else winning, who want to see each other succeed. But a majority of them, and especially when you get the music and hip hop and doing everything else and everything like that, but everybody's in competition. It's crazy that everybody's in competition with each other, but you're doing the same thing. You're showing the same image.
More humble musicians, please.
Please, we have no time
singers,
for showboating no more, bro. Like it's old school, bro.
Yeah,
It's old, but it's still here strong.
You're right.
yeah, man. It's been
I'll say about the youth. Why do you think they're so easily distracted? Like everything that's going on, we seen how quick everybody got distracted when WAP came out. It was quick, it was fast, boy. Now all of a sudden everybody's hashtagging, oh, it's women's sexuality. You know what? I ain't even gonna get into that conversation. I'm like, if WAP makes y'all feel good about yourself, you were the type of woman I wanna avoid.
Can we say that any distraction, it comes from money? Because if a woman has WAP, she's liable to get a man who likes her for the WAP, but she won't accept him unless he has money. And so if he has money and she has good WAP, that means that he can take care of her, and then she doesn't have to worry about anything and just keep giving him the WAP.
And that's the funny part is, who's really getting the short end of that stick? I'm like,
it's more
Shorty said, yeah, it's more to life than sex, man.
Yeah.
And a woman with that type of mentality, that's all she's offering, bro.
Yeah.
But it's been glorified. It's glorified.
Yep.
Sex has been glorified. Drugs have been glorified. Money, the obsession with money has been glorified. Everything, like being a gangster has been glorified. All the things that were once negative, like people are calling right wrong and wrong right. It's just what's guess what's popping today. They say it's what's real. It's what's happening in these streets, but it doesn't have to be what's happening.
Yeah, we can. I'm like, God, dog, well, we need some more couth about ourselves, man. Cause this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make it seem like we just now against this because WAP came out. No, we've been against this.
Right. You just been listening to the wrong people.
Yeah, they just been. People listen to who they want to.
Mm-hmm.
But everything that's going on now, I believe there's an even bigger outcry against stuff like that because I'm like, yo, we got a lot going on in the black community. We don't need this goofiness going on over here.
Yeah.
Adding more to the foolishness that's already going on.
Yeah. I mean, we got so much that's wrong right now that we need to be focused more than ever. But, like you said, distractions like WAP, distractions like entanglement. Like,
oh man,
like this year has been a year of distractions.
Yes.
That's why I'm so happy we consistent with what we're doing. Yes. And you gotta stay focused. Whether you working a job, going to school, like even just building your relationship with Christ, man. Like you really gotta stay consistent and focused in what God has called you to do, man. Because like distractions, they're here to lead us down the wrong path in the first place, man. Because we can all get distracted. We can even get distracted in our own laziness. So you gotta even be careful in that aspect. Like you said, you can't let fear, be your judgment all the time. Like you can't be in that state to just not want to go nowhere, not want to partake in different stuff. Like you really have to have that faith, man, to step out and do what's right.
Yeah.
But really, you gotta stay away from the foolishness.
One thing I want to add real quick.
All right.
All right, so we all heard about the 5-year-old boy named Cannon that got killed. So he got killed by his 25-year-old neighbor named Darius. I'm not sure why. I mean, there's a lot of things that people are saying, you know, like trying to use this as a political, like, turn point, all this other type of stuff. And then, like, I rather just look at it is what it is. Like, this man shot this little boy.
Yeah.
And he about to pay the price.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he about to pay the price. But what people don't understand is, they're like, well, why isn't there an outcry? I was like, because they didn't waste no time arresting this dude. He didn't he's already charged first degree. Like, there ain't about to be a trial. I mean, well, there probably is, but he going down.
Yeah.
Regardless.
He going down.
Oh yeah, man. Like, it's...
But nothing's being done about the murderers of Breonna Taylor. They're not being held accountable for anything
at all. They
I
on
haven't
vacation.
I haven't even heard about the killers of the officers of the George Floyd case.
Nope.
And, you know,
I think they arrested them, and after that, we really ain't heard.
That's
nothing
what I
else
mean.
about it,
Like,
you know?
since they've been arrested, I ain't heard nothing. And then the killers of Ahmaud Arbery, they're in court, but that's done kind of got drowned out by all the other noise that's been going on.
Yeah, man. Like
Stuff like this
stretch
is what's leading. It's like there's certain people that are strategically, the enemy is people are allowing the enemy to use them to strategically create a divide amongst people.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but
Like,
it's all for a distraction. If you look at the media, if you look at everything that people do, it's like you said, strategically positioned to where people can get their attention off of the main thing. My father always told me one thing. He said, always keep the main thing the main thing. And the moment that you take your mind off of that, you have lost focus. You have lost the mission that you have set before yourself. And that's another reason why our generation, we have yet to make or anybody has been able to make progress like the civil rights movement. Yes, Black Lives Matter. It has made a lot of leeway. But if you think about in the civil rights movement, people were adamant. People were very consistent in what they were doing. And we're not willing to be. If we are willing to be distracted by something simple as WAP, or being so simple as just entanglements. Like, who cares about somebody else's marriage? Like, that's their marriage. Like, who cares? I'm not married to the people. I mean, but if we are so distracted by that, then we cannot get any real work accomplished. Like, when was the last time that you watched? Tell me this. When was the last time you watched C-SPAN?
Man, I ain't
been a minute, bro. I ain't even gonna much hold you, bro.
I mean, but I mean, not saying it's a completely bad thing, but it's just a fact of the reality of what we live in, that this generation doesn't even know a thing about C-SPAN or what goes on in Congress, or what the bills are that's on the table that need to be passed, or anything like that. They just and it's a poor thing. Some of the ones that do go to vote, they just vote just to vote.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mowing.
You mess around, be voting for the wrong thing, and wonder why your taxes are higher and your pay is less.
And telling you better read what you voting for.
Yes,
Fact.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah. So, with that being said, get knowledge. With all that getting, get understanding.
Yes.
And avoid the foolishness.
Avoid the
foolishness. Please,
Speaking
by
of
all
which,
means.
Y'all know what time it is.
Oh, yes.
It is Miss Me with the Foolishness. Bro, our people got to do better, bro. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to let you talk about this, bro. I'm just going to chime in.
So, I'm going to say Florida cop this time. We done had a bunch of Florida man, but this time it's Florida cop. So, pretty much this is the story of Florida sheriff allegedly had his mistress arrested. And now he's behind bars because he tampered with some evidence. So, pretty much here's the story. He confessed to his wife that he was messing around with someone that he was working with. And so, he came clean, and now trying to get her in jail, just because of job orientation. Like, bruh, he like they exchanged contact information, been meeting up for sex, and they said they've been doing this for 6 years. 6 long years. And they went to Costa Rica and all this, and so, like, bruh, it's just a lot, man. Like, he's pretty much trying to lock her up because his news got out.
Cover
Bruh,
up.
this-
Cover up.
Pretty much.
So he had his own entanglement.
Mm-hmm.
He radioed emergency dispatch and I called for backup on this woman.
Saying she a stalker. Said she following me. I feel unsafe. Like,
I need help.
uh-huh.
Which is crazy because they knew her.
Yeah.
I'm like, he worked with her, so that means
Okay.
the people that arrested her, they know her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bruh, that's trifling, bruh.
Like, man, and then they let him go.
Yeah, because they realized they ain't have probable cause to be holding him. See, this is my problem with side relationships, man. I don't believe in polygamous relationships. I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's real crazy.
Dumb.
How can
Because if you do it for a man, if a man has multiple wives, then a woman is liable to have multiple husbands, and that's not a go for me.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you don't never hear about. Well, I ain't gonna say you don't hear because I have seen it.
Yeah. It's like,
I ain't gonna lie. I assume that a guy who's willing to share the bed with another man for a woman has soft sugar boy tendencies.
Ooh.
I mean, that's just
Well.
being real, man.
I'm like, she
yeah,
just
dude.
kissed him, and now she kissing you. You alright? You straight with that? No pun intended.
Man.
I mean, that's all right if you want to do it, but I mean, that could be me. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, I'm straight.
That
I
could be
mean,
me.
and let's be honest. It's hard enough as a man. It's hard enough, like emotionally. I'm talking just strictly emotionally,
Mm-hmm.
pleasing one woman.
Yeah.
There ain't no guy out there that can really please more than one woman emotionally.
Mm-mm. That's you know how
Man.
draining.
One of
You know how
them-
draining that's gonna be.
Okay.
Yeah.
True.
That's because he's not. Like them women are left to please each other emotionally.
Lord, I can do it either way.
They
man.
might as well just leave him and get married to each other.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and the crazy part is that now you have got these 2 or 3, 4 women who are in competition with each other for your emotional attachments. You know, and now it's creating discord within the family, and then you trying to bring kids into that kind of mess.
Man,
that don't work,
that's
Chief.
even in the Bible. You know, who was it? I think it was Rachel. She couldn't have kids,
Mm-hmm.
and I forgot who her husband was in the Bible, but she was trying to intimidate. Then gave this man another wife who actually is her servant, and then get mad that that he has a child by her. I'm like, man, we gotta stop this mentality.
You talking about Abraham?
Sarah,
Yeah.
Abraham and
Yeah,
Sarah.
yeah,
That's what you're
Sarah,
talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And this
Yeah.
is the crazy part about polygamy.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the Bible, when it was legal, think David. All those wives he had.
Whew.
This just shows you how insatiable the flesh is and why polygamy doesn't work.
I mean, Solomon had a full concubine.
But think, David, he had all them wives,
Mm-hmm.
and his appetite was so insatiable that he sent a man to his death just so he could have his wife.
Yep. I'm like, man,
That's just how trifling the flesh is.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, and when you think about and going back to Abraham and Sarah in the Bible, when she gave her servant to Abraham, she called him. The name of the baby was called Ishmael, and what that means is son of the flesh. Believe it or
Mm-hmm.
not. But when Abraham had the son with Sarah, he was named Isaac was the son of promise. So it's a difference between doing things that's in God's will and doing things that are not about his will at all, which I do not believe polygamy was ever in his will to do.
Yeah. And you know what? It's like Sarah, she received the word and was trying to make the word work it out the way she wanted to work it out.
And that don't work.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, trying to help God.
Okay.
Like, God,
Trying
you
to
taking a little
no
too
really
long, let me help you out.
she was trying to rush God. That's what kind of things that happen when you try to rush God.
Definitely. Yeah, that's why you gotta stay focused, man.
Yeah.
Trust him, cause
Trust the process.
yeah.
Cause remember when Jacob wrestled with the angel had knocked his socket out his hip, had knocked his hip out of socket. And he told him, he said, he wrestled with the angel all night long. He said, I won't let go until you bless me. That's the kind of focus, and they wrestled all night long. Like, think about trying to wrestle somebody all night long with your hip out of place, and saying that you won't let go until God blesses you. That's the kind of focus that we should have. That's the kind of tenacity and persistence that we should have to be able to focus on a thing, even though we're going through situations, even though we're going through different kind of tests and trials, that we can be focused on the main thing.
Oh yeah, man. Definitely. Yeah. Gotta stay focused on all things.
Consistency and focus. That's what we've been talking about. At the end of the day, that's what we've been talking about all year.
Pretty much, man.
Not just talking, but we've been walking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Trez, you've been walking it too. Consistent.
Definitely,
He's like been a consistent dude since I met him.
Day one, man.
I ain't changed out here.
Yes, sir.
And it's a blessing to know people like that, because like you'll meet others and they will change up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We all done seen that before.
Yep. Been there, done that.
But bro, we definitely appreciate you taking time out your evening to come and just stop in the parking lot.
Oh, I appreciate being in the parking lot, man. I'm grateful for being here. I know I've been trying to get on for months now,
Man,
but every
bro,
time I
man,
try to get on.
We took forever, man. That was our fault, man.
Yeah, that was
No,
everything comes in at a point in time, because we didn't really know how to do it at the time anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, but this is a good time. I'm glad to be parking the parking lot. And those of you who are watching, I'm telling you, if you are not tapped in now, you need to get tapped into the parking lot parables. I'm telling you, it'll bless your life. Just the conversation, they give you things to help you walk with your daily life, anything, just everything conversations, man. We're here to live, laugh, and learn. That's all we're here to do.
Yes.
Yeah, bro,
sir.
man. Plug your social media, bro. Where can the people follow you at, bro?
Man, well, I'm on Facebook at Antrez Miller. That's ANTREZ. Miller, I hope you know how to spell Miller. Instagram is the same thing, Antrez Miller. I mean, I be posting singing videos or whatever. I really can't sing, but people be telling me I can, so I just keep posting them.
Don't be lying out there.
Lying. Liars will not be accepted in the parking lot.
At all, man.
But no, if you want to go follow me, man, just look or Antrez Miller on Facebook or Antrez Miller on Instagram, and that's where I am.
Y'all follow my boy, man.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
Definitely follow my boy. I know he got some stuff coming. You got anything you working on, bro?
I am. I have
got
something I'm working on. I got something I'm working on. I'll
anything you want to tell the
details.
people, but be looking out for.
Okay, well, I do want to tell the people to be looking around about the end of September. I do got some music coming out pretty soon. I got a single coming out, and I just want the people to, to be cautious of it. It's just I want to give people some feel good music, but also proclaiming the name of Christ, and what we're doing.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, we done already y'all beginning of September. Y'all know we're gonna be doing a giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
Also got our skits coming out.
Yeah, man.
Dropping part ones of a possible series for me.
Yeah.
Definite series for bruh.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to follow me, you can follow me, Matthew Priest, on Facebook, Matthew E. Priest on Instagram. I'm President MP on Snapchat and Twitter.
Oh yeah, if you want to follow me, you can follow me at the Chase Harden on all social media platforms.
And once again, y'all stay away from the WAP.
Yeah.
Stay away.
Y'all stay
stay away.
focused. Don't allow the enemy to push you into this foolishness that's going on.
Yes, sir.
But y'all be blessed. Y'all wonder what it is. This is Parking Lot Parables again. I am Matt P.
I'm Jerry Chase.
One time.
Yes, sir.